This is the Cholo News Report for Sunday 19 May 2019. Duncan Laurens, representing the Netherlands, wins the 2019 edition of the Eurovision Song Contest with the song Arcade. It is the country's first win since 1975. In one of the closest competitions in recent years, the battle for top spot in the Eurovision Song Contest was a tight fight between Sweden, the Netherlands, Italy and North Macedonia. Justin Amash from Michigan's 3rd Congressional District becomes the first Republican U.S. representative to support for the impeachment of President Donald Trump. Attorney General William Barr, Amash argued, deliberately misrepresented that report in not emphasizing clear evidence of obstruction on Trump's part. Barr has, for weeks, faced criticism for allegedly shielding Trump through congressional testimony and his summary of the Mueller report. Although the report did not conclude that Trump committed obstruction or conspired with the Russians, its findings have fueled Democratic investigations and led some to call for impeachment. Voters in Australia go to the polls to elect new members of the House of Representatives and half of the Senate. Nine's YouGov Galaxy poll has placed Labour ahead by a 4-point margin on a two-party preferred basis, 5,248, delivering a potential 80 lower house seats for the ALP. Scott Morrison and Bill Shorten have cast their votes along with millions of Australians across the country in a poll that is tipped to see Labour form the next federal government. Australian opposition leader Bill Shorten votes with his wife Chloe at Moonee Ponds West Primary School in Melbourne. Prime Minister Scott Morrison declares victory. It remains unclear whether his Liberal National Coalition has won a majority of seats, or whether it will form a minority government. Mr. Morrison proceeded through a roll call of new members, as well as the few who lost their seats, such as former Prime Minister Tony Abbott, who was swept out of office by the voters of Warringah. He also named Melissa McIntosh, who won the Western Sydney seat of Lindsay off Labour, Phil Thompson in Herbert, Bridget Archer in Bass and the big unit Gavin Pearce in Braddon. Federal Liberal Party President Nick Greiner, who along with other senior officials, designed the coalition's campaign, said Mr. Morrison's victory ranked alongside Paul Keating's 1993 win over John Hewson as an incredible achievement and upset. Abbott lost to the independent candidate and Olympian Zali Steggall, with the count showing she was likely to win almost 60 of the vote on a two-party preferred basis. The former journalist and political advisor to John Howard became a public figure as the director of Australians for a constitutional monarchy in 1992, a position he held until he ran for the seat.